Thursday night through Friday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s. Highs in the lower 70s. Saturday, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 70s. Saturday night and Sunday, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Highs in the upper 70s. The following is a freeze warning for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas for the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, and Marshall. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Freeze warning in effect from 8 p.m. Monday to 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. What for the wind advisory? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. For the freeze warning, sub-freezing temperatures as low as 15 expected. Where? Portions to north central, northeast, and northwest Alabama. When? For the wind advisory, until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. For the freeze warning, from 8 p.m. Monday to 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. Impacts: gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Frost and freeze conditions could kill crops, another sensitive vegetation, and possibly damage unprotected outdoor plumbing. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. Take steps now to protect tender plants from the cold. You're listening to the voice of the National Weather Service on Noaa Weather Radio Station WNG 642. Broadcast as a public service from the transmission facilities of WAFN, Fun 92.7 FM radio in Arab, Alabama. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office in Huntsville and is transmitted on a frequency of 162.525. The following is a wind advisory for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas for the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, and Marshall. Wind advisory remains in effect from 1 p.m. this afternoon to 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Freeze watch in effect from Monday evening through Tuesday morning. What for the wind advisory? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour expected. For the freeze watch, sub-freezing temperatures as low as 22 is forecast. Where? Portions to north central, northeast, and northwest Alabama. When? For the wind advisory, from 1 p.m. this afternoon to 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. For the freeze watch, from Monday evening through Tuesday morning. Impacts: gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Frost and freeze conditions could kill crops, another sensitive vegetation, and possibly damage unprotected outdoor plumbing. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. Take steps now to protect tender plants from the cold. At 7 p.m., the report from Albertville was not available. At Coleman Regional Airport, skies were mostly cloudy. The temperature was 72 degrees. The dew point was 57, making the relative humidity 60%. Winds were south at 17 miles an hour, gusting to 23. The pressure was 29.66 inches and falling. Elsewhere across the area: Fort Payne, mostly cloudy and 73. Gadsden, partly cloudy and 75. Huntsville, mostly cloudy and 72. Decatur, mostly cloudy and 74. Muscle Shoals, partly cloudy and 76. Once again, at 7 p.m., the report from Albertville was not available. And at Coleman Regional Airport, mostly cloudy and 72. Regional weather conditions at 7 p.m. At Memphis, thunder was reported with a temperature of 74. It was mostly cloudy, with a temperature of 67 at Chattanooga, 74 at Nashville, 70 at Atlanta, and 75 at Birmingham. It was cloudy, with a temperature of 77 at Tupelo and 68 at Knoxville. Now here is the local forecast for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Freeze warning in effect from 8 p.m. Monday to 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. Rest of tonight, breezy. Much cooler. Showers and a chance of thunderstorms this late evening and early morning. A chance of showers late. Locally heavy rainfall possible this late evening and early morning. Lows in the lower 30s. South winds 15 to 25 miles per hour becoming west after midnight. Gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Chance of rain 100%. Monday, much cooler. Mostly cloudy. A chance of rain and snow showers in the morning. Highs in the mid-30s. Northwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 40%. Monday night, cold. Partly cloudy. Widespread frost after midnight. Lows in the mid-20s. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-40s. Northwest winds around 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, cold. Mostly clear in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the upper 20s. Light and variable winds. Wednesday, not as cool. Mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Highs in the mid-50s. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 30s. Thursday, not as cool. Partly cloudy in the morning, then clearing. Highs in the mid-60s. Thursday night through Friday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s. Highs in the lower 70s. Saturday, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 70s. Saturday night and Sunday, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Highs in the upper 70s. The following is a freeze warning for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas for the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, and Marshall. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Freeze warning in effect from 8 p.m. Monday to 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. What for the wind advisory? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour. For the freeze warning, sub-freezing temperatures as low as 15 expected. Where? Portions of north central, northeast, and northwest Alabama. When? For the wind advisory, until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. For the freeze warning, from 8 p.m. Monday to 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. Impacts: gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Frost and freeze conditions could kill crops, another sensitive vegetation, and possibly damage unprotected outdoor plumbing. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. Take steps now to protect tender plants from the cold. The following is a wind advisory for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas for the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, and Marshall. Wind advisory remains in effect from 1 p.m. this afternoon to 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Freeze watch in effect from Monday evening through Tuesday morning. What for the wind advisory? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour expected. For the freeze watch, sub-freezing temperatures as low as 22 is forecast. Where? Portions of north central, northeast, and northwest Alabama. When? For the wind advisory, from 1 p.m. this afternoon to 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. for the freeze watch from Monday evening through Tuesday morning. Impacts: gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Frost and freeze conditions could kill crops and other sensitive vegetation and possibly damage unprotected outdoor plumbing. Winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Secure outdoor objects. Take steps now to protect tender plants from the cold. At 7 p.m., the report from Albertville was not available. At Cullman Regional Airport, skies were mostly cloudy. The temperature was 72 degrees. The dew point was 57, making the relative humidity 60%. Winds were south at 17 miles an hour, gusting to 23. The pressure was 29.66 inches and falling. Elsewhere across the area, Fort Payne, mostly cloudy and 73. Gadsden, partly cloudy and to 75. Huntsville, mostly cloudy and 72. Decatur, mostly cloudy and to 74. Muscle Shoals, partly cloudy and to 76. Once again, at 7 p.m., the report from Albertville was not available. And at Cullman Regional Airport, mostly cloudy and 72. Regional weather conditions at 7 p.m. At Memphis, thunder was reported with a temperature of 74. It was mostly cloudy with a temperature of 67 at Chattanooga, 74 at Nashville, 70 at Atlanta, and 75 at Birmingham. It was cloudy with a temperature of 77 at Tupelo and 68 at Knoxville. Now here is the local forecast for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Freeze warning in effect from 8 p.m. Monday to 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday. Rest of tonight, breezy. Much cooler. Showers and a chance of thunderstorms this late evening and early morning. A chance of showers late. Locally heavy rainfall possible this late evening and early morning. Lows in the lower 30s. South winds 15 to 25 miles per hour becoming west after midnight. Gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Chance of rain 100%. Monday, much cooler. Mostly cloudy. A chance of rain and snow showers in the morning. Highs in the mid-30s. Northwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 40%. Monday night, cold. Partly cloudy. Widespread frost after midnight. Lows in the mid-20s. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-40s. Northwest winds around 10 miles per hour. Tuesday night, cold. Mostly clear in the evening, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the upper 20s. Light and variable winds. Wednesday, not as cool. Mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Highs in the mid-50s. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 30s. Thursday, not as cool. Partly cloudy in the morning, then clearing. Highs in the mid-60s. Thursday night through Friday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s. Highs in the lower 70s. Saturday, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 70s. Saturday night and Sunday, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Highs in the upper 70s. The time is 7:42 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The following is a freeze warning for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas for the following counties in Alabama: Cullman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, and Marshall. Wind advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday. Freeze warning in effect from 8 p.m. Monday to 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday.
Section 22, Brandon.
What? For the wind advisory, southwest winds 15 to
All right, everybody. So let's do an update real quick. And bear with me. Got a lot of stuff going on in the background here, so bear with me there. Let me get my microphone moved around here.
I got Lacey Lee at section 22 on my list.
So let me get this fixed. Bear with me. We'll do a quick update.
Yeah, that is correct. They're on a record call right now, a rollback call right now. They'll be checking in as soon as they can.
All right, so we went ahead and activated our end of things just in case, because we do have those storms moving into northwest Alabama shortly. So we'll go ahead and get to tracking here. Let me get this adjusted out. All right, so let's have a look at Doppler radar. Of course, seeing some of those thunderstorms off to the west here. This looks like it's going to be ahead of the main line. Let me check that out and see if that's the case. Yes.
Section 18 is normal.
So yeah, that is going to be a line that's ahead of the main line. So these storms here would have the best potential for producing tornadoes, and that's going to be ahead of the main line. That'll be moving into northwest Alabama shortly. So I'm surprised that the Weather Service hasn't put something out, but I'm sure they will. Looks like it's around the Blue Mountain area in Mississippi. There's a severe thunderstorm warning there. So far, severe thunderstorm warnings, but we have heard of some tornado warnings. Got a brother right now that's up in Illinois, and he's saying that all heck's breaking loose up there. So we're going to actually move up. Okay, just got a mesoscale discussion in effect.
Station 50, any traffic?
So I'm going to break in on this here in just a second. Station 58 priority. Station 58, wanted to advise just a little while ago, or just now actually, National Weather Service has put out a mesoscale discussion. Damaging wind to tornado threat to increase through the late evening. A tornado watch will likely be needed by 02Z, which will be around 8 o'clock. So Weather Service discussing putting a tornado watch out for all of North Alabama as moisture is steadily increasing in northern Alabama and Middle Tennessee this evening as a low-level jet strengthens ahead of a broken line of severe convection to the west. Mid to upper 50s dew points and now extend to the Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi border. Of course, so-and-so Cape values between 500 and 1,000 joule. So looking a little bit concerning there, but basically we're going to keep an eye on this. Tornado watch should be going out within the 8 o'clock hour. This is Station 58, clear priority, standing by. Go ahead there, Net Control.
Station 51, copy.
All right, so a mesoscale discussion has been issued out for all of North Alabama. Discussion of a tornado watch. Looks like it will go in effect around 8 o'clock. So be ready for that. Conditions looking a bit more favorable, which not surprised considering the jet that we've got coming in. There's a big jet stream out to the west pushing on in. So tornado watch will be going up around the 8 o'clock hour for more than likely all of North Alabama. So keep that in mind. You'll be getting notified of that here pretty shortly, I'm sure. So let me go ahead and bring my pager up here. But just watching this line of storms here in Mississippi, there have been a few tornado reports with some of this stuff. I'm noticing that. Also damaging wind reports. So all this continue to move on off to the northeast. We'll be moving into actually northwest Alabama very shortly. So we're just beginning this big severe weather event, and behind this, there could be some snow, which is absolutely crazy. So we'll stand by for that. There will be a tornado watch go up approximately 8 o'clock, so that's just a little while from now. Not a lot has really changed with the timing. Let me go ahead and get the newest outlook up and all that good stuff. So let me go ahead and bring that up. And we've been discussing today for a while a tornado watch being issued. It took a little bit longer than I thought it would. But this is a big line of storms. Extends northeast all the way, just about from the coast, all the way up to Illinois. So this is a big O system here coming in. And bear with me, I'm working on getting these graphics put up really quick so we can take a look at them. I actually have them on the page right now, so I'm having to borrow them and get them up here. So let's discuss what we do have right now. We still have that wind advisory in effect until tomorrow. So let me get this information up here. Let me get that text and all that off of there. Okay, so let me replace that. That's not the correct one. Let me replace it out with the right one. All right, so here's our correct timing. So this is the newest timing. Looks like 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Again, with that line ahead of the main system there, it may get there before that. But looks like
26 copy.
Looks like 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. areas around Florence, Russellville. Again, earliest start, it could start at 7, which it's already past that. So we're going to say 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Time frame. Florence, Russellville area, northwest Alabama, where number 1's at. Number 2 there, a little bit darker, brighter orange color, anywhere from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. That's Huntsville along I-65, Fayetteville, Tennessee, Sewanee, Tennessee, Coleman County, Alabama, Stevenson, Alabama, over Jackson County, northwest portions of Marshall County, around 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Northeast Alabama, that looks like east of Stevenson, so kind of around the Eider area, Rainsville, Fort Payne, Valley Head, all them areas, Crossville, Skirham, Boaz, Albertville, all those areas around 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. time frame, what it looks like on the model outlooks here. So we'll also take a look and see if anything's changed as far as the actual outlook goes here in just a minute. But right now, we'll take a look at this, and this is pretty crazy. Look at that. Freeze warning in effect Monday night into Tuesday morning. Lows 21 to 26, so wind chills 14 to 19. So some absolute insanity weather-wise. Now let's take a look at the outlook. If I can find it, that would be great. So there's our outlook. Let me adjust that out a little bit. So there's our outlook. Nothing really changed. They bumped the wind threat up just a tad bit from what it was. So it's been bumped up just the slightest bit. Considerable severe winds of 70 mile per hour or greater. That's closer to the high threat. So that's over on the high side, closer to that now. Tornado or 2, medium confidence. It's in the middle. And hail 1 inch in diameter or greater. Very low threat of that. So sorry, I got some stuff in the background going on. But again, level 3 risk, all of North Alabama, no matter where you're at. And that also includes Cherokee County, no matter where you're at, in North Alabama. That includes Cherokee, Etowah, all them counties. If you're, let's say, it goes all the way south almost to the coast. So pretty much unless you're in Mobile, Alabama, you're in a level 3 enhanced risk, no matter where you're at. So doesn't matter what town, city you live in, you're under level 3. Unless you're in Mobile, Alabama, you're under level 2 there. That's down by the coast. So all up here in North Alabama, I need you to pay attention. Damaging winds, hail, lower threat of hail, higher risk of damaging winds, 60 to 70, possibly some gusts up to 75 miles per hour. That's some of the talk that I've been hearing. So possibly higher than 70. Can't rule that out. Tornado or 2, highest threat looks to be west of I-65, where we currently have that line developing. Let me go back and we'll take a look at that line again, and I'll try to explain a little bit. So tornado watch will be coming shortly, anytime now. We're watching this main line right here that's over just to the west, just west of Armory, west of Houston. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect. A little bit further to the north there, that goes on up into Tennessee, it looks like. There's definitely some hail in there. There's some straight line winds as well. So watching that, this line right here will cross on over into northwest Alabama. What we're watching is, as you notice, this line is ahead of the main line here. So this is what the high res says. It's not what I'm saying. It's what the high res says. It could be wrong. But right now, the highest tornado threat, let me circle that out, looks to be pretty much like right in this area here, as this main line goes ahead. So that main line that developed ahead, that's going to have the most potential for some tornadoes with it. And if we can get some individual cells developing ahead of it, they would have an even better risk of tornadoes because they're by themselves. But this line ahead of it, we're going to watch for maybe a few spin-up tornadoes, some damaging winds. Again, best threat in that circled area there around Florence, Rogersville, Russellville, Phil Campbell, Haleyville, Winville, Hamilton, just that area there. But the high-resolution models also show, even in the Huntsville area south, there's a possibility for some of those storms to start rotating. But it shows this main line colliding together. Like when it gets about to I-65 or Huntsville, it shows this line turning into a solid line and more of a squall line, which would then make the threat less for tornadoes along I-65 and east. Still won't rule them out along I-65 and around Huntsville. I-65 to Huntsville, I'm watching. I do think there will be a threat for a few tornadoes. As it progresses east, though, the models showed the line colliding together, becoming a squall line around Jackson, Marshall counties, and into the Cab, maybe weakening a little. But that's what it's showing right now. It could completely change. So we're going to have to watch that. Let's hope that this turns out to be, just some wind, rain, nothing like what they're saying. But at the same time, there is that potential with that kind of a jet stream in place, just some crazy wind speed with this stuff. So we could still have a few spin-up tornadoes in DeKalb, Jackson, Marshall County. That looks like the highest threat if it becomes a main squall line, would be damaging winds. But lower threat of a tornado, too, because you know how things are here in northeast Alabama. It can completely go south very quickly. So waiting any time now for that watch to go up. See if we got any questions here I can answer.
Besides Jackson County, EMA, I'll get out in a minute. Station 22, Station 18, and that's it. Just 3. I ain't checked in. But I think Station 18 is out of state for the weekend.
Put a message on the group chat to let everybody know that mandatory check-in.
I put a message on group chat already, brother. Station 46.
So we're just chatting. I'm trying to break in, but it ain't working too good. This is Station 58. I'm still alive, and we should have a tornado watch going up within the next 5 minutes. So we'll see if that happens. Higdon, Alabama. I'll see. Where is Higdon, Alabama?
Station 46 beat me to the punchline again. I appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it, brother.
So we're going to keep the Noaa going and all that. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope I've helped answer some of your questions.
It's not even a race. I just wanted to help out. That's all I'm doing.
But we've got all of our members activated. I went ahead and activated them just moments ago. So we're getting our network going here.
But we do appreciate it, brother.
All right, stand by. Let me adjust this map out a little bit more. So again, I'm going to run over the timing for those that may just be joining in. Let me get that up. So we're going to run over it one more time. Let me get the timing up. That way, people that's just joining will be able to get that information. So again, the timing. Let's break that down again. So where the number one's at there, the color, it's kind of a beige. Looks like around Florence, Russellville, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. So anywhere between 9 o'clock and 12 a.m. Again, it may arrive a little bit sooner than that. We're watching this line ahead of the main line there. So it may arrive a little sooner, but then again, it's expected to be around 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. time frame for Florence, Russellville areas. Areas along I-65 around Huntsville, Coleman, Fayetteville areas. That's Fayetteville, Tennessee, and Sewanee, Tennessee. Also Stevenson, which is in Jackson County, Scottsboro, all them. between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. Northeast Alabama, which will be around Albertville, Boaz areas, Kilpatrick, Crossville, Dawson, Geraldine, pretty much all of DeKalb County, no matter where you're at, 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. time frame. So I wanted to break that down one more time so everybody knows exactly the time. And I'll leave that up for just a moment for those that are just joining us here. We've currently activated due to we've got the word from the Weather Service off Storm Prediction Center that they're more than likely going to be putting a tornado watch out within the next 2 minutes. So we'll see if that happens. So I appreciate everybody for joining me. Sure do. And the red dots, I just seen your question pass by. The red dots, they are all storm spotters. All storm chasers, storm spotters, amateur operators. As you can see here, this is me and my call sign, my information, all that good stuff, what frequency I listen on, all that. These are all storm spotters that are currently active with their call signs and all. Yes, the Weather Service office can see all this, and they can see our reports. Like here, got a little report of some wind damage over around Chickamauga, Georgia. And yeah, they can see all these reports that we put out. So that's kind of how this network works, and that is all the dots that you're seeing. They're every one of them storm spotters, and believe me, they're not all on. During a big event, usually this whole map's lit up, literally. But you can see just how many of us there are, and each dot represents a storm spotter, each little dot. And let me zoom way out here to give you an idea just how many of us there are. Lots of them targeting themselves there along the line in Mississippi. But that's just how many spotters that there are in our area. Lots of them targeting that main line there. You can just see they all cluster up. Starting to see more in North Alabama pop up now. But all these are storm spotters. Everybody. There's millions of them on here. So we really do fill in the gap. We really do a lot of hard work. For the communities and stuff. And of course, some of them are paid, some of them are not. Some of them are just volunteer. Like myself, I'm volunteer, I'm not paid. So we should be getting a tornado watch. It's currently 8 o'clock, so let's see what happens. Okay, this is Station 58. We're standing by. It's 8 o'clock. See if we get a tornado watch. I may have to bring your audio up there, 51. I've got a really low signal on you. Rome, Georgia. I'll get with you there, Chris Floyd. Roger that. I got you now. Just a little bit better.
I think I had the microphone covered up.
Okay, so Rome, Georgia is where you're at. And I do see where you're located at. So let me go back here and look at some of these models again, make sure I'm telling you correct, because I don't want to tell you a lie. Yes, Rome, Georgia is included in a level 3 enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms. So you have a chance for some tornadoes there as well. So keep that in mind. Rome, Georgia, y'all are in that level 3 enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms as well. If you're in Tennessee, let's say, I'll just name out the areas that I've got here. If you're in Jackson, Tennessee, Parsons, Waynesboro, Lawrenceburg, Shelbyville, Fayetteville, Sewanee, Chattanooga, Dayton, McMinnville, you're under the level 3 enhanced risk. If you're in Mississippi, Corinth, and Tupelo.
Station 58, this is Station 26. My 4-year-old nephew want to ask you a question, if you don't mind.
Let me go ahead and answer a question really fast. I love young folks, young fans, so you don't get it often to talk to them. So, Station 58, all right, go ahead. I'll finish the list up just a second, everybody. I got a little one wanting to ask me a question on the radio.
It's uncommon. He asked when the storm gonna come. He's 4-year-old.
Well, tell him I'm live on Facebook and he can come watch if he wants. It looks like the severe weather is going to come in our area probably around I'm going to say after midnight. Grant, we'll look at.
Midnight? He said, what? After midnight?
Roger that, after midnight. Okay, so I've got a lot of questions coming in. Bear with me here. Well, it was good to talk to you, little guy. Appreciate you coming on and talking with me. I appreciate it. Good talking with you there. Gadsden area, it's going to be late after midnight. Gosh, probably anywhere between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning. And Chris, I'm so sorry, man. I told you I'd get with you there.
He said he's Dom Dom. His name is Dominic, but we call him Dom or Dom Dom.
Rome, Georgia. Yeah, you will get a threat of tornadoes there. Yeah, I answered you. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry about that. Sylvania, y'all are in DeKalb County, so yes, y'all have a threat of tornadoes here too. 79 degrees in Guntersville? Goodness gracious. It's 70 over here, so yeah, almost 80 in Guntersville. That's bad. Grant, Alabama, that's where I was trying to look at. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. So yeah, let me switch radars out because this one is being incredibly laggy. So I don't know why it's doing that. Bear with me. I'm going to switch that out. I'm going to try to answer as many people as I can. I know my viewers are completely going down the drain right now. Everybody getting bored. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to answer as quick as I can. So if you're in Grant, level 3 enhanced risk, that's going to be northern Marshall County. So let me check this chat here. We're looking good. Valley Head, you got just as much. Okay, here we go. I think. Really, Pager? I don't know why that pager's alerting because I don't even hear anything going out. So I don't know what's going on with that. It may be haunted. I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't hear anything. And I got the Noaa weather radio up, so it must be having a glitch problem or something. Lord help. Well, Nancy, I'll be honest. I mean, I would keep an eye on it. Let's just say that. I'm really thinking personally myself that along I-65 and west has the best threat of tornadic development. We're still watching this main line ahead of the main stuff as you're seeing the tornado warning there for Corinth, Mississippi in the very far top left corner of the stream here. And that's what we're watching. And I don't know. They said 8 o'clock. So I don't know what happened there, but they said 8 o'clock, and it's 8:06. Well, if I was in Boaz, if you do go to sleep, the thing is, I can't say go to sleep, and I can't say don't go to sleep, because it kind of puts me in the middle. But I will tell you, these storms are going to be moving fast, very fast. And as James Spann said earlier, there probably won't be a lot of time to put a warning out on these because they're going to be moving so fast, by the time that, you could warn it, it's already gone. Either that or just don't see it because it's so quick. Our best threat of tornadoes, again, I believe, because this is by the model guidance that I just looked at, the best threat of tornadoes would be anywhere from Huntsville west. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to say it weakens a bit and turns into a main squall line as it gets into northeast Alabama. It could do the opposite. I mean, it could do the opposite, and we could get a bunch of cells develop ahead of this, and they move across, and if they do, we're going to have a higher tornado threat. But as long as everything turns into a squall line, a main line, we shouldn't have as high of a tornado threat, but we will have a very elevated risk of damaging straight line winds. That will be the thing. But the thing is, a lot of people get terrified when you mention tornadoes. That gets everybody's attention. But when you say damaging winds, a lot of people just like, oh, well, I'll just go to bed. That's not that bad. Well, let me remind you, damaging winds can do as much or more damage than a tornado can do. So a tornado hits an isolated spot, which, an EF2, it'll only touch, maybe, I don't know, a couple 100 yards wide. So a little 100 yards wide, of course, that's enough to do destruction to a mobile home if it's in the way of it. But you have lower odds of being hit by a tornado than you do the damaging winds. So the damaging winds, you're going to get them more than likely. Just picture a tidal wave coming at you. Then you got an idea of the destructive winds and damaging winds, how they work. Or a tornado, picture a little drill bit. You've got a lot less odds that that's going to come your way, but it's still possible. Not as likely as a tidal wave, a tsunami would. You get what I'm saying? So, you can miss out on all of it. Possibility of that too, but you got a lot higher threat of being hit by damaging winds, honestly, than a tornado. Oh yeah, damaging winds are worse, and with these damaging winds here, we're being told to tell people to treat the severe thunderstorm warnings like tornado warnings. If that gives you a heads up there of just how bad they're expected to be, if it does what they're expecting it to do. That's an if. So we'll see. We're still at 8:09, and I'm still not seeing a tornado watch up. So they should be discussing it. Oh yeah, I've seen damaging winds do some stuff that just absolutely blow your mind. So yeah, I appreciate everybody watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you would like to support us, send a donation. There's a Cash App, DeKalb CWX. Again, not required. I operate voluntarily, but it does take funds to run the operation. And I do have sponsors, thankfully, that help me with a good bit of that. But still, if you'd like to send a donation, help us get more cameras or better equipment or maybe gas, maybe food, who knows? There's the Cash App. You can do that. And if you don't want to, just make sure you share and like and follow. That helps us get out to reach more people. So if you don't have the money, we understand. We're in the same situation. So all right. But yeah, if anybody else has any questions, let me know. I will be taking questions for just a few minutes before I go grab supper and put us back to the Noaa stream there. I wish I had a way to directly hook it into the computer so it wasn't echoing, but I unfortunately don't. Okay, so the watch might be up at 9 o'clock. Okay, that makes sense because I know my chart over here. The only way I know how to read these models' time is by my chart. And I just remembered that we changed time. We sure did. We went ahead. So therefore, that is right, 9 o'clock. So I totally missed that. That was my fault. So around probably close to 9 o'clock, we'll have a watch out because, yeah, we went ahead an hour. So I didn't take that into consideration. So I'm going to have to correct that. It's Station 58. Let me correct something here. I forgot that we went ahead an hour. So it looks like possibly around 9 o'clock we'll have a watch up. So that was my mistake. Station 58, be standing by.
61
Probably not, brother. Let me check and see. No, I'm not on the right channel, dadgummit. Thanks for letting me know. Let me back out here and get back to our channel. Station 58 standing by. Live on Facebook.
61 counties, the tornado storms that warning was canceled. We are still getting some pretty gusty winds up here.
This station 58 keying in the right channel this time. Wanted to advise, sorry about a little mistake that I made there. I forgot that we went ahead an hour, so that would actually make it around 9 o'clock when we're expected for that watch to go up. So my mistake there. It's station 58 standing by.
Retreated indoors.
Thank you, Celeste. I appreciate that. Station 85. No problem, everybody. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. And yeah, bring your plants in. I forgot. For sure, because we're going to get some snow after this, possibly. You know what? Just for fun, let's look at that, because there's and by the way, if you send stars, I can't get them. Goodness, I don't know what is wrong with my thing on Facebook, but I can't get stars. That's why I put the Cash App up there. So I've had so many send stars, and it just breaks my heart because I can't get them. But I just can't get them. I don't know why. And oh my gosh, I just got a notification. Somebody sent 99 stars. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sending those. Hopefully one day I can figure out how to get them. I thank you so much for thinking enough of me to send those. I thank you so much there, Brenda. But yeah, I've got to get me a thing and put up on this stream that says I can't get stars. I don't know what's going on, but I've never been able to get them. So yeah, back what I was doing there. Let me go have a look here. And we'll run through our model. We'll just look at our model guidance here.
Now, did you say 99 stars?
Yeah, Roger. I don't know how much that is, but yeah. I don't know how much 99 stars is, but if it's a lot, I'm going to be sick. So yeah, I'm working on getting this everything in the background up. So give me just a second here. Okay. Well, we should be able to get it up. There we go. All right, so let's run all this back through. Let me reload it really quick. See if anything's changed. Let me see how things look. Looks good on my end. So we'll look through the radar here. So what I was talking about, as you can see, we get this secondary line that develops just ahead of this one, which we're watching right now. Moves into northwest Alabama. Looks like it becomes a main line. Whether that happens, I don't know. But those little individual cells there, we got to watch those because those have a better threat of producing tornadoes the way they're broken up. Even though they're pretty much in a line, they're not in a solid line. So those individual clusters there, we're going to have to watch it. Wait a minute. Wait, what was that? Oh, man. I'm going to kick your tail in, dude. I can't get those. Thanks for sending them, though. How much is 99 stars? Please tell me, because I might have to pay you back.
You're fine. $350.
There ain't no way. Anyway, there's no way. I know Mike better than that. Okay, just $1. Okay, I feel a little bit better now. Okay. So we'll go ahead and track it on across into I-65 there. We still have some multi-clusters there. As you can see, those would have a better threat of producing tornadoes. As it gets along east of I-65 in Huntsville, we get a solid line here. So at this point, we can still see some spin-up tornadoes in DeKalb, Jackson, Marshall, but it looks more like a straight-line wind event as it moves on across our area. Now, talking about snow, let me change this out. If I can get my head straight. I've got so much going on. I'm trying to... What did I do with that? Okay, no, that's my bad. All right, so let's run it on through here. So there's our storm system, moves on through. Look how quickly that cold air invades behind it now. If you'll notice the difference there, we've got the red lines here. That indicates warm air. And we got the cold air, which is the blue lines. Now look at this. Already seeing snow. Higher elevations of DeKalb County, Jackson County. That looks like around 10 o'clock in the morning. Snow showers, looks like possibly snow showers throughout the day, a good bit of the day. But not everybody will get snow. But we could see a dusting of snow on the grassy surfaces. But then the temperatures, they really plummet. Let's look at the temperatures really quick. Look how strong this is. This is just an unbelievable anatomy here. Look at that. Insanity how strong of a front that really is there. Big time cool down. Within minutes, dropping into the 50s. Let's run it on through. Now that's a powerful storm system right there. And look at those lows. They drop on down into the 30s. Monday night, 30 degrees at freezing. Some areas even get down into the upper 20s. Let's take a look at the wind chills. That's going to be interesting to see too. Let's look at this big old tidal wave coming through. Unbelievable. Look at those wind chills behind that. That is insane. So by Monday night, we could see wind chills. I just seen a 17. Look at that. I just seen a 17. I don't know where it went. There we go. There's 18. So 17, 16. Some areas the wind chills could be as cold as 16 degrees after this comes in. This is insane. So yeah, very insane storm system coming in, to say the least. All right, everybody. So I'm going to step back. Thank y'all for watching. We're going to leave radar up, and we will stand by and see if what kind of watch goes up. And we'll step back here and leave the Noaa up.
61 to 58, be advised. Dispatch up here is overwhelmed. They've got multiple calls about transformers arcing, wires down. You name it, it's coming into
10-4. Be safe up there.
I'm hiding inside. I got enough stuff to deal with.
3 a.m.
Okay, we just got notified of something, so stand by for that. I'm pretty sure I just heard tornado watch till 3 a.m. Repeat.
5 calls just for wires down in the last half hour.
Station 51, repeat.
Tornado watch.
Here we go.
3 a.m.
All right.
Tornado watch until 3 a.m.
All right, here goes that watch. Copy that, received.
The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 59, effective until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday.
That's from
This
Jackson
watch
County.
includes the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watched area.
Just got
While severe weather may not be
confirmation
imminent,
on Route
persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to Noaa Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, Tornado Watch number 59 has been issued until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday for the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan.
All right, so it's official. Tornado watch has been issued for North Alabama until 3 o'clock tonight. So there's that tornado watch. Let me go ahead and find a graphic really quick. See if I can find one. This station 58, has EMA sent in a graphic yet? All right, so we're still waiting for a graphic to come in. I don't have a graphic yet to show anybody, but, well, actually I do. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But right here in my face, here's a graphic that'll work. Gosh. Yeah, tornado watch has been issued out. I don't know what happened there. Looks like this thing's being kind of crazy. So we just seen the tornado watch, and now it's gone. So I don't know what's going on with that. All right, let me switch radars really quick. This one's being kind of funny too.
Tornado watch just came out for DeKalb County also.
Stand for.
58.
All right, so let's try this one more time. So there's our tornado watch in effect for all of North Alabama, all North Alabama counties. That's going to be DeKalb, Jackson, Marshall County, and Northeast Alabama.
16, I copy that.
Copy, Philip. All right, let me go ahead. We'll go ahead and do formal operations here. Keep in mind everything will be open up for everybody to talk. But when we get warnings in the area, it'll be, try to keep anything but reports to yourself if you don't mind, unless it's reports. So when we get warnings in here, just, of course, feel free to come in and talk, but make it more priority traffic for only reports of damage, all that kind of stuff. Station 58 will be standing by. I know I've had some people tell me I'm nuts today. They're like, there will not be a tornado watch. You have lost your mind. I said, I'm telling you, I've got a gut feeling that we're going under a tornado watch. So, and sure enough, usually I'm right about that. I've been wrong a couple times, but when you get a gut feeling about something, it usually happens.
Station 16 topic.
All right, this is Station 58, all stations. Can we have a list of check-ins for stations that we have available?
This is 16, I'm available. 46, I'm available. Station 51 available.
5116 and 46 received.
Station 15 available.
Received 15. Thanks for checking in, Wesley Henniger.
51 available.
26 checking in. Available. A tornado watch has been issued for Marshall County. And it has been issued. It started at 8:23.
51 available.
Yeah, I got you, 51.
61-208.
Station 50 available.
Copy, 50, got you available. All right, so what we're doing is a check-in list to see who all we have in case there's severe weather.
Wind's starting to pick up here in Fort Payne. Temperatures jumped 2 degrees in the last hour.
So we're getting our communications network up. If you guys are wondering what's going on, that's what all that's about. So just getting everybody ready. And I did receive 6128, but I couldn't switch channels. Copy that, 85. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these storms over to the west. And yeah, Thomas, I do have you, by the way. I need to get you in that channel, really. Let's take a look over to the west and look at some of these storms over here. It's going to be a busy night. So we're looking a little bit from the south there. It's pretty far north. Is there anything closer than that? Nope. Yeah, hey, I don't like it when these storms get that far away from radar. It's really tough to determine what's going on with them. So I do see some rotation in this one, and it does look like there's a tornado warning in effect on that. There is. And that's going to go into Tennessee there. Look at that area. There's a rotation there. Mitchie, looks like Mitchie, Tennessee. Let me make sure I'm saying that correctly. There's so many colors here. Yeah, looks like Mitchie, Tennessee. Got rotation on top of them right now. Tracking on off to the northeast. And that tornado warning, or I'm sorry, severe thunderstorm warning has been, looks like they changed it to a severe thunderstorm warning. So that's going to be for North Tashomingo County, northeastern Mississippi, Alcorn County, northeastern Mississippi, southeastern McNairy County in West Tennessee, Hardin County in West Tennessee, and southern Decatur County in West Tennessee until 9:15. Severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from near Adamsville to near Shiloh to near Hinkle, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour wind gusts and half dollar size hail with that. And so these storms are really packing a punch. Locations impacted will be Corinth, Savannah, Selmer, Pickwick, Landing State Park, J.P. Coleman State Park, Adamsville, Burnsville, Glenn, Pickwick Dam, Morris Chapel, Shiloh, Walnut Grove, Pine Flat, Olive Hill, Farmington, Crump, Eastview, Mitchie, Guys, and Rammer. So dangerous storm there. Moving into Tennessee.
Station 26. I just sent a screenshot to the group chat.
10-4. And these developing ahead of the line, these are grabbing my attention right here. Those are what I'm worried about right there. That's where I get concerned when I see that happening. Now, those could produce tornadoes. Those are the ones developing ahead of the main line there. Yeah, I'm starting to see some cells develop ahead of the main line, and those are the ones I'm going to be mostly worried about if they're able to hold together. But do we have JCEMA in here?
Nick did. He said Friday that his will be in the office, but he will post all the information to the group chat. Who's available?
Dang it. Okay, roger that. I have a question. How are we going to get reports out unless he's listening? So looks like Waterloo, northwestern portion of Alabama. Y'all be ready for a warning here in a minute.
46, Station 58. Are you still alive, brother?
Yeah, roger that.
Say that, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I'm live.
friend citizen up here in Rainsville that was just wanting to check on the weather, so I was letting her know that you are on live right now.
Yeah, 10-4, I'm live. Feel free to ever join in here. But yeah, I keep forgetting that I can pass traffic through you there, Adam. Sorry about that. I wasn't trying to leave you out.
I'm used to being left out. It's all good.
Currently in Rainsville right now. It's pretty windy up here. It's starting to get gusty up here.
No, come on now, Adam. You know better than that. I appreciate you. Yeah, copy that, 16.
Oh, I know, brother. I'm just Josh. Yeah, I'm up here in Rainsville right now. I had to come to the vape shop, get me some more vape juice, and the girl behind the counter says that she only uses us for inclement weather, so I was letting her know just to jump on live.
Seems legit. 10-4, I'm going live. I'm back live here, so.
Where are you at, Station 16?
Taco Bell.
Seems about right. I'm sorry, guys. These guys are something
I was
else.
doing a little bit of DoorDash to make a little extra cash.
I got you. I'm over here at Cloud9.
Anyway,
Vape store over here by First
forgive
Avenue.
these guys talking about their Taco Bell and stuff, and I hadn't even had nothing to eat tonight. Gotta love them. I gotta give them heck every now and then.
Oh, yeah? You upgraded?
Well, I had to do something better for myself.
So yeah, I turned them down because they're obviously talking about private issues. So I'm gonna turn them down for now. Anyway, we're still watching the northwestern portions of the Alabama there around Waterloo and Gravely Springs. Should be a warning going out for them, but I'm also paying close attention to these little cells developing ahead of the line there. Those have my greatest concern there, with there being some possible tornadic development.
There you go, brother. That works. I'm going to be passing you just a minute. I'm going to stop it.
Not seeing anything in them right now, so that's good.
This is going to be my last one. I've been doing it for about 5 hours. I want to get home and get everything ready.
Hey, there ain't no shame in DoorDash. I DoorDash from time to time whenever I feel frisky.
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading the comments too. Yeah, Thomas, I got you, brother. I'm not able to switch channels at the moment because I've got like 1,000 messages coming through on the other channel there. But right now we're tracking storms in Mississippi, so they haven't moved into Alabama yet, but they're on their way. We've started a little bit early here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our tower cams across the area. Let me go ahead and hopefully grab that up. See if I can get that to even load up. There we go. Taking a look out in Kilpatrick currently, about the Sand Mountain Weather Center camera. Nice little view of the storms moving in there. Check out Boaz real quick. We'll move on to Boaz and take a look through there. A little bit of breaks in the clouds there, some stars. A little bit of wind, not too bad. And we'll take a look at our tower cam facing east. A good bit of stars I'm seeing on the camera here, so we got a little bit of a clear slot going on. We'll take a look to our northwest. This is our secondary camera on our same tower facing northwest. I'm not really seeing anything out there, just very dark on the camera. And we're hoping to get more cameras up. If you would be okay with us putting a camera up, just let me know. The more cameras, the better. We're moving to Albertville to take a look. And it seems like Albertville camera's having a little bit of an issue. Yeah, I don't know why. It's looks like it's having a problem. It may just be the whole network. So yeah, that network just went down. So we'll go back to radar. The next 10 minutes, you're probably not going to get nothing within the next 10 minutes. I'll just tell you that now. So if you got something to do between Henniger and Scottsboro in the next 10 minutes, there's nothing coming in within the next 10 minutes unless something just unexpected pops up way ahead of the line. I've always wanted to go storm chase out in the Great Plains, but I just can't talk myself into doing it. I usually like to keep it home because everybody needs me here. Like if I left and went to the plains during a severe weather event and I wasn't here, there's a lot of people be blowing my phone up. But I would love to go chase out west. That would be so cool. Keep in mind, there's also going to be a lot of rainfall with these storms. So we still got severe thunderstorm warnings going up with this line. And I'm noticing this line moving on off to the kind of northeasterly direction. Let me see if I can get my other radar back up. Hang on one second, everybody. I'll try to do some tracking on this stuff instead of it. There's a lot of people that deal with anxiety. It took me forever. I'm listening to one of our people on the stations here, and they're talking about how their anxiety is really bad and their heart's flying. I get it. Like, I used to be that way. When I'd hear the word storms, my heart would just go to flying. And so many people, it's like, how in the world do you do what you do? And you're telling me you've got problems like that? Yeah, I really do. I sure do. But being able to track these storms and know where they're at, it gives you comfort. Something that you can't explain. Like it's when you know what it's doing and you're looking at the radar and you're like, okay, well, that's nowhere near me. That's not coming at me. So I'm safe. You can reassure yourself and you can calm your nerves. Hey, it's not coming at me. I'm good. So I can calm down. But when it does start coming at you, then you can, you get a little bit more active at that point. But being able to actually watch radar and see where it's going and know that it's nowhere near us at the moment, that gives me some comfort, but I know there's still many people out there that has anxiety due to even the thought of severe weather. And I used to be one of those too. And after doing the weather as long as I have, it's something that slowly settled down, but it does flare up every now and then. Plenty of times I've been on stream about to pass out, nobody even noticed it.
Everybody else here, I will be
let's track these out.
When the weather starts coming into DeKalb County. I'll be out.
And this is a firefighter for Silver Springs. I'm talking right now. So we've got members everywhere in this county. I'm so thankful for them. Copy 46. Thanks again. And that is Adam, Sulphur Springs Fire Department. So we appreciate him. We also have, some of the very reliable Station 15, I believe it is. Yeah, Wesley, Henniger Fire Department. We've got him in our group too. I imagine a lot of people know Wesley from working at Henniger Fire Department. I'm not sure if he does currently still work there. I don't think he does. But my opinion, can't. If I was dying in a fire, he would be the first one I'd call. Him or Adam, either one, or Mike. We've got so many devoted people that love doing this. It's just unreal, and they want to do something. There's people that's in my group. They have anxiety problems and ADHD. And stuff like that. Myself, I have it. I won't lie, I do. So it gives everybody a chance to participate in something that they've dreamed about. When I first started doing weather, nobody want me around. So you could forget it. They didn't want me anywhere around until I started showing them how good I was with stuff. And then people started wanting me around at that point. But it's pretty much the way it is. You just got to make it on your own. And once you're able to make it, don't do the same things that they did to you. That's what I go by. So try to give everybody a chance and making their dream come true. And plus, it gives them reassurance. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel like they're a part of something, and they are. They really are a part of something really big. But anyway, tracking these storms out. There's a severe thunderstorm warning over in Baldwin, Mississippi that goes for Guntown, Marietta area. Looks like that will be on top of them in the next 11 minutes. And looks like for Tashomingo area, that'd be Mississippi, the next 42 minutes. Belmont area, the next 40 minutes. Cherokee, that's in the that's actually southwest of Florence, the next 76 minutes. So these things are not moving terribly fast, but that's just the timing. Within over an hour for Florence, so we're still way ahead of schedule here with tracking storms. The heaviest one at the moment is going to be up here in Tennessee. That's a hefty-looking little storm there. I do see why it's tornado warned. Don't want to forget Tennessee. I usually don't track Tennessee, but that's a nasty-looking little storm there. I wish we had a better radar sight. I could try to beam from Tennessee, but I doubt I'm going to see much that far away. Yeah, I don't see a thing from Tennessee's radar. Let's try Huntsville. I know Huntsville's really far away, but it might give me just enough. So I do see the RFD trying to rotate around the storm. So this thing is rotating. Yeah, that's kind of interesting looking little cell there. Of course, I'm beaming really far away, so this is not helping me much at all. These storms are in a tough spot, just to be honest. It looks like I may be slightly closer beaming it from Mississippi, but then again, no, Mississippi's not going to reach. I think there's like some kind of experimental radar site here in Lawrenceburg. Yeah, there is, but it's almost outside of that range too. It'd be nice if I can get it to. Yeah, it's just not going to reach. That radar is it's not very far, not a very powerful radar site. But that storm is tornado warned over in Tennessee. All right, so starting to get this line, a bit of it to move into northwest Alabama. So getting a little bit of that moving in around the Rockwick Lake area. So there should be a warning going in effect for that area pretty shortly. Thankfully, this little cell ahead of the line has not done anything just yet. But yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of some of these colors. Like, it's giving me a headache. It's so bright. If I can even figure out how to do it. So forgive me if I mess everything up here. I didn't even know this thing would do that. I'm that new with this radar. That's not helping any. All right, I don't know how to do it. Let's just face it. If anybody knows how to turn the watches off, let me know. And if not, that's okay too. This little cell right here around moving to the northeast over in Tennessee, that's going kind of toward Clifton and Waynesboro, kind of in that area. Tornado warning on that one in Tennessee. And 1-inch diameter hail, of course, I can see that pretty clearly. $half dollar size hail possible with that one. 70 mile per hour winds. That's going to be for, let me check those counties out. Central Hardin County and West Tennessee, and areas impacted by that would be Savannah, Pickwick, Landing, State Park. I think that's actually one big word. Pickwick Dam, Olive Hill, Lowryville, Hamburg. I've never heard of that. Bruton Branch, Center Star, Maddox, Walkertown, Olive Hill, and Childers Hill, and Colance. If I said that right. All right, so guys, I'm going to switch radars back because this one is giving me a headache. So let me switch it back. It's so bright. There actually have been a few confirmed tornadoes, but yeah, I cannot take that brightness. It's giving me a headache. But yeah, I actually did see a few confirmed tornado reports. I'm looking at some of these reports here.
Station 46, I'm at home at the moment.
Brother, I was just going to let you know I was running through here. If you were out and about, I was going to swing by and say hi. That's all. Station 46, clear, stand by.
Station 15 copy. I may meet up with you here later. I'm sure it's going to get interesting. Station 15 clear.
Yeah, Station 15, if you want, you just let me know. If you guys need anything, don't hesitate. I'm just right at the bottom of the mountain from you.
Copy that. Same to you. Station 15 clear.
Station 46 clear, stand by.
But yeah, amazing group of communicators we got there. I appreciate them very much, taking their time on top of the fire department duties to also volunteer to help out in the communications group with reports and all that stuff. So really able to, help out in a lot of ways. Oh, thank you, William. I appreciate that. Love you too there, bro. Appreciate you. All right, Wesley, sounds good. I see you on now. I just seen you come up. Sorry, my chat's a little bit laggy. And hey, hon, see you on. So thanks for watching. Good to see you on. Hadn't talked to you in a little bit. I'll have to give you a holler soon. This is going to be a long night. Let's see here. Looking through the chat still. Got a lot of comments. Well, Celeste, you're probably better off, to be honest, not chasing a tornado because at nighttime you're just you're asking for it. I learned that years ago the hard way, almost the hard way. So chasing storms at night is just a horrible idea here. Why I even did it was just beyond me, but I learned my lesson quick. Even with radar experience, when the radar goes down, what are you going to go by? And that's what happened to me. One was nearby. It was on County Road 4 back in 2014. It was years ago. And it was coming through, and my service went completely down. Of course, most of us know if there's a tornado on the ground, your service is going to be broke. It's going to interrupt it. So, yeah. Where's your radar at then when it's down? So what are you going to go by? Learned that the hard way. Thankfully, survived it. And that's as close as I want to get. And that turned out to be an EF3 tornado that went across County Road 4 there in Crossville, or kind of up in that area. Turned out to be an EF3, so that one was not anything to be coming close to or even messing with, not at all. All right, special weather statement has been issued for the northwest portion. No warning as of yet, but they did put a special weather statement out for some 50-mile-per-hour winds. That includes, looks like northwest Lauderdale, northwestern Colbert counties through 9:30 p.m. Gusty winds could knock around some stuff, knock down tree limbs, blow around unsecured objects. Areas impacted: Waterloo, Riverton, Wright, and Threet. And I have not even ate supper tonight. I just thought about that. Might be why I'm getting sleepy. So I'm going to leave the radar up, go grab some supper before I regret it. And you guys just kind of hang out, and we'll get right back on here and do some more updates here shortly. It's, again, going to be a very busy night, it looks like. So, but I have got to step back and get something to eat, or I'm not going to be any good to anybody.
Right. Over here drinking coffee and watching weather and YouTube, watching you, and trying to keep up with everything, trying to help you out.
All right, everybody. So I appreciate it. I'm going to go silent for a little bit. Thank y'all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Y'all hang around, make sure you check back in with us if you don't want to sit here and watch a silent radar. I don't blame you. And if you do, awesome. I'm going to step back, and I'll be back pretty soon. So thank y'all so much. I'm going to leave it up, and y'all be weather aware. All right, so back again, grabbing some supper. Let's get back over here and look at the radar. Okay, I believe I just seen a small tornado in this storm right here. That's going to be trying to get the areas up, but it's not showing up. Let me check correlation.
16 to 58.
Go ahead, 16.
I'm sitting here looking at this storm that's above, a little bit above Tupelo that's getting ready to come in towards Russellville. It looks like it's starting to get a little stronger in the past 10 minutes. You can take a look at that.
I believe there was a brief spin-up tornado with this cell right here, and that's going to be east of Savannah, Tennessee. It's not giving me much of a... It's not giving me many options for towns and stuff, so let me switch radars. Yeah, right now I'm watching one east of Savannah, Tennessee, and it looks like there may have been a brief spin-up with it. I'm trying to determine that, but it's so hard to determine because I'm in between radar sites. There's not, a really close-by radar site at the moment, so it's hard for me to determine it. But I did see something there.
Are you looking between the KGWX and the TVNA?
I actually just switched back to high top because there's not a radar that's actually, picking it up good enough other than high top, and it's really far away too. I've got Lawrenceburg, but it's a little bitty radar. It's not pulling it in yet. And you're not going to be able to view one in Lawrenceburg because it's a terminal Doppler radar. It's experimental. I can tell you this storm here is a supercell, and it looks like it did produce a brief spin up. Again, I can't 100% confirm because I cannot find a radar site that can beam this storm in close enough so I know. This is such a difficult situation to be in. If it would come closer to the Lawrenceburg radar site, I could figure it out, but it looks like it's just not quite coming in. Okay, let me check some of the notes here. See if there was any notes on that. There should be some notes added to it. Let me also check something else out. So we don't have any storm spotters in that area. It's still got a broad rotate. It's got broad rotation on it right now. The Weather Service in Tennessee put out a severe thunderstorm warning on it. It did weaken a bit. But earlier, I swear I seen something on it south of Savannah. But I can't confirm it because the radar sites are... Yeah, they're just too far away. So hopefully there's some good weather stations that's got a radar in that area that's covering that. As far as northeast Alabama goes, I'm still not really seeing anything... there is some storms moving into northwest Alabama, but, nothing severe with them yet. There's no warnings out in our area yet. Go ahead and get that to load back up. Yeah, I'm also noting a heavy cell around Baldwin, Mississippi.
Yeah, that's that one I was telling you about to take a look at. It's around Tupelo that's been intensifying for about 10 minutes.
All right, guys, I'm going to step in the back here quietly and eat and talk on the radio a little bit. All right, so let me go ahead and break in here
canceled the warning for Mississippi
and switch radars.
It looks like it's picking back up again. It's starting to show a little bit more rotation in it too with relativity.
All right, so let me get myself in order here. And this radar here is not even showing it yet. I don't know what's up with that. Let me double check. Severe thunderstorm warning, 60 mile per hour wind gust, nickel size hail. That was issued out at 9:11, so just a minute ago. Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Lauderdale County, northwest Alabama, northwestern Colbert County, and northwest Alabama until 10:15 p.m. At 9:10 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over J.P. Coleman State Park, moving east at 45 miles per hour. A 60 mile per hour wind gust and nickel size hail possible with that. Locations impacted include Florence, St. Florin, Underwood, Petersville, Waterloo, Green Hill, Threet, Zip City, Riverton, and Wright. So severe thunderstorm warning northwest portions of Alabama right now. And if you do happen to see us on the Sand Mountain Weather Center's live stream, just letting you know, he will be trying to get our stream set up so that we're also on his page. We're kind of joined together, if you know what I mean. So he's going to be doing that. So if you see me over there too.
Yeah, a really good friend of mine,
That storm there just looks interesting.
Let
me switch this radar back out again.
Over 1,500.
Now again, this is in northwest Alabama. It's not over here yet. We're just kind of doing some tracking over here because we know the threat's supposed to be pretty bad. So,
It was a few weeks.
but yeah, there's that severe thunderstorm warning up. Yeah, there's a severe thunderstorm warning up for northwest portion of Alabama. That's going to be for, let me see, that's going to be northern Lauderdale and northwestern Colbert County. $50 size hail with that storm. I was just calling that out.
Yeah, I'm looking at that one from two different ones, and I sent them in the.
Ooh, there may be a tornado warning up on that shortly.
It looks a little different, but it's pretty intense.
Yeah, that one on top of Marietta, Mississippi. It's got a broad couplet showing up. Mezzo. Right on top of Marietta, moving off to the northeast. That one may go tornado warning shortly if it holds that up. I'm going to look at it through a secondary radar. We've got a tornado indicator on it right now. We do have nice inflow, and we have RFD, so this one probably will go tornado warning very shortly. I'm getting some good indicators with it that it is rotating, and it may try to produce a tornado. Looking at it through velocity, yeah, there is rotation there, broad, right on top of Marietta, Mississippi. That's moving off to the northeast.
Yeah, the DBZ in the center of it, it's around between 68 to 70 DBZ.
Yeah.
That you guys are talking about.
Philip, you want to explain it?
I was looking at radar scope right above the KGWX. Is that where you guys are talking about? That spot right above there?
The cell I'm tracking is it's kind of off to the southwest. It's over in Mississippi. You can see the hail core on it. You can't really miss it.
It's right above Marietta, heading towards Tishomingo and Red Bay.
Yeah, so the Tishomingo, Padden area, you'll need to be on the lookout in Mississippi. This is a rotating thunderstorm, possibly supercell. It's got some hail in it like supercell, but it's definitely got a very nice V-notch on it. Let's go ahead and draw that out. So there's our little notch, our very strong wind pulling up into the storm. We got the RFD backside trying to back around here. So we've got nice rotation there with that storm. That's going to be over in Mississippi. Again, that's not in our listening area, but it's over in Mississippi. Usually don't track in Mississippi, but in cases like these, I have done it
On
before.
its current path, if it stays the way it's going, it's about 40 miles from Florence.
Yeah, I was just about to track it out. So let's track this storm out. It's moving on off to the north-northeast. Let me get some adjustments here. All right, so potential, again, it's broad rotation. It's broadened out again. So moving off to the north, actually kind of north-northeasterly. Looks like it could possibly be in Tashomingo County in the next 29 to 30 minutes. So if you're in Tashomingo, Mississippi, be on the alert for that. And if that cell continues to rotate, it could be very close to Cherokee. That's in the western portion of Alabama there. Very close to the Mississippi-Alabama state line within the next hour or so. Yeah, it's broadened out again. It's moving kind of toward Tashomingo. It'll be there in the next 30 minutes or so. It looks like it's trending a little further south, so it may miss them.
The correlation is starting to pick up as well from that storm. It does look like it's, instead of moving northeast, it's kind of moving more east-northeast.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, it's got a classic supercell look. Yeah, so this is a supercell here. It's got the supercell look. It's got the inflow. It's got a V-notch. It's a very nice little supercell there. It's going very close to Tashomingo, maybe right at them. I'm looking at it through the reflectivity, and it looks like it's going right toward Padden and Tashomingo, Mississippi. And that one's got a nice look to it.
On Radar Omega, they've got a storm chaser that's probably about 20 miles north of Tishomingo, heading that way to try to intercept that one, it looks like.
Yeah, copy that. They'll get a heck of a view if it holds up. It's a nice little supercell. It looks like it's still hanging on there, not quite as strong as it was, but it's still got a nice look to it.
Yeah, I can still see it's got a slight rotation still going with it.
Yeah, it has weakened just a bit. So that's going right for Tashomingo and Padden. Of course, I'm not really trusting this track very much. Okay, so it looks like Tashomingo and Padden within the next 16 to 14 minutes. This thing's really hauling it, so it's moving quick. In between, looks like it's going toward Padden and Tashomingo. So nasty supercell coming your way there within the next 10 to 16 minutes or so, depending on where you're at. Tashomingo, it's saying 16 minutes, Padden 14 minutes. We've already had like 2 minutes go by, so you're looking at probably within the next, I'll say, 10 minutes or less, and looks like it is weakening a bit, getting a little bit disorganized, so that is actually good. Yeah, it's weakening a bit, getting a little bit disorganized. Which is always good news.
That one up north of it near Walnut Grove coming into the state, it's starting to look pretty intense.
Yeah, Roger, I'm going to switch our location up. Need to be tracking in our area now since they're moving in. So I'm going to move and start tracking for our in our area now. Yeah, that one is looking intense.
Yeah, if that one near Marietta stays together, it's going to hit Lauderdale County.
Yeah, it would. It would move on. Could move up around Cherokee and Buzzard Roost area.
The way it looks, it might go between Cherokee and Tuscumbia and hit Florence, the way it looks like it's going.
Yeah, it would move, looks like toward Cherokee and then close to Florence. I'm trying to track it out in my mind here, but I'm going to try doing it with a tool. See if that's a little bit better. But its current trajectory would put it moving on off to the kind of to the east-northeast. It would put it going through Tashomingo, which it's about to do. It would get very close to Cherokee, probably get clipped by it. Then it would go on off toward Florence and St. Florin area.
It's about, from where it's at now, it's 38 and a half miles from Florence.
Yeah, 10-4 on that.
Yeah, that storm spotter's coming down. Looks like he's heading for Cherokee to see for it to come through there.
Yeah, I see, and there's several storm chasers. Looks like they're hanging out for that one. Yeah, if anyone has any questions,
live stream on
feel free.
Radar Omega. He's heading towards Cherokee. He's going to try to intercept that one coming into the state.
All right, is anybody having problems hearing me? Okay, so that was a tornado. All right. No, the winds are actually picking up a bit outside. Just now got notified my chat was not even working, so I had to reset it really quick, and it looks like it's back up now, so sorry if anybody was asking questions. I didn't see it. So I'm going to switch back to radar scope. It seems to be working again, and this one here is so bright. So that's currently the storm we're tracking right there. It's a supercell over Mississippi. It's going toward Tashomingo, and it will eventually move into Alabama. Broad rotation with it. Looking at that cell there, it is tracking off to the kind of the east-northeast. Possibly it would go around Cherokee, maybe a little south, eventually close to Florence later on if it continues to track where it's tracking right now. So that storm is 40 miles to the southwest, or a little bit more, 40.2 miles to southwest of Florence.
Tornado warning for that storm we've been watching from Marietta.
It's starting to get it's starting to get some decent rotation with it. I'm not surprised. Radar scope is lagging and it's not showing it, but Radar Omega shows a tornado warning on it for Tashomingo and Padden County and Mississippi. Yeah, Doppler radar indicating a tornado. Wish it would come up. Yes, we are watching a tornado here.
The tornado is indicated 9 miles west of Tishomingo, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, there's a couplet developing. It's got a nice mezzo. And there is a couplet starting to develop on that. So I'm going to be watching the correlation, see if we see any debris come up.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on that one. It's steadily showing a little bit more signs of something there.
Yeah, I believe that one's probably going to produce. I'm seeing a lot of lightning indicators around it. So it's definitely strengthening. So we could see a tornado on that one shortly. All right, there's that tornado warning.
Starting to spike around it now.
So if you're in Tishomingo, Mississippi, you're under a tornado warning. Again, Tishomingo, Mississippi, tornado warning there. That storm is trying to get its act together. It may be producing a tornado very shortly. Let me get some better locations up for it. Basically, Padden and Tishomingo. So Neal, also Neal. There's a little town showing up now called Neal. That's also in the path of that storm. Dennis, you're also in the path of that tornadic storm. And it looks like it's trying to produce a tornado. So if you're in that path in Mississippi, take your tornado precautions immediately. Go ahead and get below ground, like right now. It's like right on. You're going to get some hail in Tishomingo, Mississippi. It's going to get kind of rough. You're going to get some hail. You're going to get a lot of rainfall, but the tornado is going to be right behind all that, potentially. It looks like it may be a little bit south of Tishomingo, but
I sent a picture on the Facebook chat.
You're definitely going to be looking at a tornado there, possibly.
Ramp up right there. It's starting to rotate.
So it currently looks like the rotation is going right toward Tishomingo, Mississippi, maybe a little south. Again, I'm watching how that rotation goes. But if you're in Tishomingo, you need to be underground. Padden, go ahead and get underground too, just to be safe, because these supercells do wobble around. Seeing a very, very nice hook on this storm now. If you're in Neal, get underground. Neal, Mississippi. That's going to be along, looks like Natchez Trace Parkway. We got some county roads here as well. Looks like County Road 60, 58.
Them tornadoes are going to pop up produced this way.
I'll tell you now, that storm is more than likely producing a tornado, or it's about to. It is it's got an amazing hook on it at this point, and it looks like it's getting its act together for sure. It's in Tishomingo, Mississippi. There's where it's headed toward, maybe a little south of them.
Yeah, the way it looks like it's going to hit the southern part of the area. The correlation is starting to pick up.
So yeah, nasty little supercell we're tracking here around Mississippi, Tishomingo. It looks like it may go south of Tishomingo, but again, don't take that risk. This is what a classic supercell looks like right here. We've got a very classic supercell with this storm here, so let's go ahead and do a track.
I'll keep an eye on the correlation, just see if I can see a debris ball form.
So let's go ahead and track this on off to kind of the northeast. And that track did not take. I don't know why that is. I don't know what the heck's going on here, but it's not wanting to take.
I can feel the temperature drop. It is getting cold outside.
My goodness. This is absolutely insane here. So Tishomingo, you've got about 5 to 10 minutes for, you're already getting hail, you're getting the wind, all that, and then behind this, you're going to possibly be getting a tornado there in Tishomingo, Mississippi. Again, I can't confirm it on the ground yet, but the correlation, the velocity looks very intense. If you're in Neal, need to be underground. It's about to be on top of you any minute now if you're in Neal. So be aware of that. Looks like it's going to actually cross in between Tishomingo and Neal. I'm trying to find the highway on that. Looks like County Road 101 runs very close to it, and Main Street, County Road 107, Natchez Trace Parkway. All that's very close to this rotation, and looks like the rotation is tracking a bit south. So Neal, if you're in Neal, Mississippi, hopefully you're already underground. I didn't copy you there. I was talking about this tornado here.
Did you get your shelter all fixed up and straightened out?
Yeah, I did. Okay, that's looking like a very intense storm. Yeah, there could be a tornado on this one any minute now. Got a tornado indicator right now, and it's just south of Tashomingo, just southwest a little bit. Very intense inflow with that storm, very intense rotation. So we're probably going to have a tornado on that one. On the ground shortly if it keeps that up. I still can't confirm.
Drawing up a warning now.
All right, this one's tracking on off to the northeast. It's staying to the northeast.
Yeah, it's probably about 15 miles from the state line.
So, I think we got it. I believe I see a debris signature. Looks like it's going toward Neal. I do believe I have a debris signature on Doppler radar.
They just issued a tornado warning for Lauderdale County.
Okay, copy that. All right, so I do believe I am seeing a debris signature on Doppler radar with this one. I'm seeing that little bit of yellow there in the middle. I'm going to see if that stays there. But I do believe there is a debris signature showing up just to the west of Neal. So Neal, Mississippi, you need to be underground immediately. Don't wait to see or hear this tornado because you're not going to. Tornado warning now going up for Lauderdale County.
It's moving 45 miles an hour northeast with quarter-size hail reported.
So that's going to be for National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a tornado warning for central Lauderdale County and northwest Alabama and western Coleman County and northwest Alabama until 10:15. At 9:31, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Tishomingo or near Tishomingo State Park, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Tornado and quarter-sized hail. Areas impacted would be Red Rock, Malone, Posey Loop, Minot, Pride Landing, Threet, Mount Hester, Mirgum, Owlsboro, and Maud. And it does, we do have a tornado on the ground. I'm almost certain of it.
It's just going north of Tishomingo and Patton.
Yeah, it did briefly touch down. Yeah, it looks like it briefly touched down. I still see a little bit of a debris signature there. Not a lot, but it did briefly touch down. It looks like it may have lifted, but not 100%. Oh, yeah, we got a debris signature on it. Yeah, I can confirm what looks like a debris signature on it. All right, so it briefly touched down. I'm still seeing debris south of Tishomingo. So do see there was some debris there, but it looks like it may have.
Well, there's a spotter that's about 10 miles away from the location.
It's a dangerous storm here.
Watch his feed and see if he gets anything.
Roger. It is going to be rain wrapped. Yeah, I seriously doubt anybody's going to see it. It looks rain wrapped, according to radar. But if you're in Cherokee, and that's going to be the western portions.
I was just about ready to say the same thing. It looks rain wrapped around the Tashomingo Patton area.
But yeah, hopefully if you're in Tashomingo, you're already underground.
On the southwest side of the storm.
Let me go ahead and start tracking back with our other radar here. Yeah, this is rain wrap, so you're not going to see this tornado at all. It's just going to be like a big gust of wind, and power flashes, all that good stuff. You're not going to be able to see this tornado at all. Now, again, this is going to be Cherokee and western portions of Alabama there, not Georgia. It's going to be near Buzzard Roost, and that's going to be, let me pull that information up. It's going to be for central Lauderdale County, northwest Alabama, and western Colbert County, northwest Alabama. We've already seen a debris signature on this one. So we know it did touch down. And it is moving on off to the northeast. Let me get a better track out. So currently tracking this cell here, if this track will actually take, and for some reason it didn't. I don't know what's going on with my tracks tonight, but they're not wanting to take. It could be something I'm doing wrong too. All right. So it's already on top of Teshamingo. Moving on all to the northeast. Looks like Cherokee, you'll be next in line within probably the next, we'll say 25 to 35 minutes with this supercell. Florence, the next 67 minutes is, a little bit over an hour. But again, I don't have a lot of faith in the track with it being that far out. So we'll just kind of hang on to Cherokee, and then when it gets a little closer to Florence, we'll track it out again because I don't have a lot of faith in the track accuracy that far out. So yeah, this cell has weakened just a bit. That is good. It was a mean-looking supercell, but it has weakened in this last scan. Yeah, I'm noticing it's weakened in this last scan, but it's still got a nice rotation with it. So don't trust that for sure. These supercells up and down, they like to do that a lot. You have any idea how to get the tornado watches off of this thing so it's not so bright? You know what? I think I may have just found it.
You should be able to do it through settings. I'm on radar in Vegas, so I'll let you know. I'm looking it up right now.
Roger that. I think I may have found it. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so I'm getting close to the right settings on here. There it is. It's station 58. I just figured it out. Oh man, that's so much better. All right, now it's not tearing my eyes out. Hopefully it's not tearing yours out anymore.
I was going to say, go under weather alerts on radar or Megan, it should just pop right up. I leave my tornado warnings on. That way I got the red line indicators, but the watch yellow is gone.
Yeah, Roger. All right, let me switch radars out. I just realized this radar is not, it's getting a hook back on it again, looking at that. It'll be in Powell probably the next, I don't know, several hours. Like, it's way away from Powell right now. It's nowhere near us yet. Like I said, it's doing basically exactly what the high res showed it was going to do. Like literally exactly what the high res showed it was going to do. So I'm thinking I've got a little bit more faith in it, that the high res was correct about it, which they usually are. So yeah, I'm actually going to leave this one up. Okay, so I got tornado vortex signature, not surprised. So yeah, the debris signature was very noticeable in this cell here. circle it back out. Actually, let me stop the run and point out where it was at. And it's starting to get rotation again, so this thing's probably going to produce another tornado. It's got another decent area of rotation south of Tishomingo, very close to them. So right there is your debris signature. Again, it wasn't on the ground, but it wasn't on the ground long, so it didn't do a lot. Well, yeah, I can't say it didn't do a lot because of some family it may have done a whole lot, but it is starting to get its act back together again. Yeah, this cell's starting to get its act back together again. It's got another area of rotation on it now. Maybe trying to produce a tornado in between Mississippi and Alabama line. I'm not seeing full indications of that yet, but I do see a nice mezzo.
Yeah, from the velocity is showing it starting the signs of rotation again.
It's a little bit beyond that. We've got some strong rotation, pretty decent rotation with it for sure.
Friday tornado warning for Florence, Muscle Shoals, and Sheffield until 10:15 p.m.
Okay, so we got a new tornado warning's been extended out. Looks like tornado warning now in effect for Lauderdale County, Northwest Alabama, Western Colbert County, Northwest Alabama. They've extended it out a little bit. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Tishomingo or near Tishomingo State Park. Moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Tornado, quarter-size hail, radar indicated rotation. It'll be near Cherokee around 9:50. So if you're in Cherokee, take your tornado precautions. This is over to the west and central Lauderdale County and western Colbert County, so not the Cherokee south of us. So, yeah, it's a different area. Other areas impacted by this tornadic storm include Red Rock, Malone, Posey Loop, Minot, Pride Landing, Threet, Mount Hester, Margarum, Owlsboro, and Maud areas. But it also includes Florence. This polygon box also includes Florence, Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals. So I'm not sure why those were not in there. But yeah, it looks like it's going right for Cherokee.
It's pretty impressive on that supercell.
Yeah, I was just now taking a look at that. It's starting to come back together again.
Well, we got winds showing up at 82.8 miles per hour right now. That's intense. I wouldn't doubt. I'm pretty sure there's probably a tornado in there somewhere, rain wrapped. Yeah, that's an intense signature there.
58. Does that not look like a debris ball right there? Just let's see, just west of Buzzard Roost.
Let me switch radars. Okay, did you say north of Buzzard Roost or south? Because I see a very intense signature around the Bishop area going toward Owlsboro.
It's about a little southwest of there.
It's like right at Marjoram and west of Buzzard Roost.
Yeah, what I'm seeing by radar now, it looks like it's on the ground again. So yeah, I believe so. Yep, I believe, pretty sure. Yeah, I can call it out. I'm pretty certain that we got another tornado on the ground right now crossing over into Alabama.
Hey, there's a video live of a Scott Peak in McLean County, Illinois, of an EF3 tornado right now.
Interesting. Yeah, roger that.
Where do you see that at?
Yeah, so we got looks like it's along the highway there, is where I'm seeing that at. Natchez Trace Parkway, east of Bishop. I'm seeing what looks like, I'm looking at what looks like a tornado debris signature. It's going to be just to the northwest of Minot, moving on off to kind of the northeast, kind of toward Buddy Durham Road. And that's tracking on off to the northeast, kind of toward Mount Hester now. Seeing a pretty good little indication there. Switching back and forth on the radar here to make sure. Yeah, so if you're in Cherokee, make sure you're underground. We got spotters over there right now. But if you're in Cherokee, that's going to be in the western parts of our state here. You need to be underground immediately. Let me pull that up. It looks like it's going kind of toward Mount Hester and Cherokee. And that will be in, the warning is in effect for Central Lauderdale County and Northwest Alabama and Western Colbert County. So if you're in them counties and you're around Cherokee or Mount Hester, y'all live in those areas. I'm not familiar with those areas. Be underground. There's a dangerous supercell coming your way, and it's showing lots of indications that it's touched down and may be on the ground again. All right, let me see. Huntsville's definitely not going to pull it in very good. So we're still beaming pretty far away. But I can tell you, if you're in Cherokee, y'all be underground. Don't play around with this storm. If you got family over there in the Cherokee area, that's going to be west and southwest of Florence. Make sure if you can even get through to them, let them know they need to be underground now because this thing's showing signs of it's on the ground. And we've already got storm spotters in place there. Yeah, it does look like it may be on the ground still, tracking on across the highway there in the town of Cherokee.
The Lawrence County EMA is stating that they've had reports of 2 separate rotations with that storm coming into Alabama.
Yeah, I've witnessed that myself. There are 2 different areas of rotation. Very intense storm there. If anybody in Cherokee, they definitely need to be underground, that's for sure.
Yeah, I can see it on the radar. There's one on the southwest side showing the rotation, and there's one on the north side that's starting signs of rotation.
Yeah, to me, what I believe, honestly, is there's a tornado and it's rain wrapped, and it's going to be almost impossible to see. We've got some storm spotters that have moved further to the east, getting the heck out of the way of that mezzo. Looks like it's going to move through Cherokee, but we do have storm spotters that have moved further east out of the way of that thing. So I don't know if they see anything. They haven't reported it yet, but we'll wait and see if there's any reports from them. If I was one of them guys, I would be tracking further east than that. We've got several spotters seen. We got Scene and Rob McBay. I know who that is. Just sitting. Looks like they moved a little bit east. So currently watching right now to see if we get any spotter reports here.
You see that message in the chat?
Let's see here. Let me grab my phone.
So they're saying that a storm spotter in Lawrence County witnessed a wall cloud that's just southeast of Cherokee.
Yeah, copy. That explains what I'm seeing then. Yeah, very decent rotation there, and it's about to cross the highway. Let me get a better idea of the highway that's going to be crossing. It's going to be crossing E. Lee Highway there, going toward Cherokee.
Yeah, the funnel cloud was reported over Mount Hester, just southeast of Cherokee.
Yeah, southwest of Cherokee. I could see the area of concern there where that would be at. It's just south of Mount Hester, currently moving kind of to the east-northeast. Currently, it's staying south of Cherokee, so it would cross somewhere in between Cherokee and Barton. Looks like along East Lee Highway there, anywhere between Cherokee and Barton. It could move it could make its way back north again and go through Cherokee. So I'm kind of watching that too to see if it's going to wobble back north or if it's going to stay south. But right now, it's currently south of Mount Hester at the moment.
Yeah, that's where that funnel cloud was reported being seen by a spotter.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. I'm not seeing them sending reports out yet, but I imagine they probably just called it in. So yeah, if I was those storm chasers there, Brett Adair especially, you need to get yourself further east, brother. I don't know if you're watching my live stream, but you need to do like Rob McVay and get further east. You're literally right in the path of this thing. So you need to get yourself further east, and you need to get east pretty quick, just in case this thing is on the ground. Again, I can't, tell if it is or not. I can only tell by the patterns on the radar.
Yeah, the way it looks, it's about to clip the south end of Cherokee.
Yeah, that storm spotter Brett Adair, he needs to get himself further east. Rob McVay, he just went further east. And Scene, I think he's kind of hanging out. But yeah, Rob, he just went further east. And Brett, he's literally almost right in line with that area that's possibly on the ground. He needs to move it further east. I mean, I love storm chasing and, enjoy seeing tornadoes as much as the next person does, but I don't want to take my life in the process of it. Move a little further south.
Yeah, take a look
East.
at that picture I just sent in the group chat on Facebook. You can start seeing that rotation more broader now, south of Cherokee on the second rotation.
Oh, yeah, I see it for sure. They switch radar sites. So you're using high resolution storm relative. Let me try something out real quick. So we're going to switch.
Yeah, I've been switching back and forth between the different ones. That's the one that they said that they seen the funnel cloud with.
Yeah, I can see it. The only thing about it is we're beaming so high up because high top is so high up, but you can definitely see there's rotation in there. going right on top of Cherokee, and then another small area to the southwest of Cherokee.
Yeah, Storm Spotter Luke, he's heading southeast out of Cherokee, keeping an eye on it. He's looking northwest into the storm between the two rotations.
Roger, yeah, the storm has now moved so far northeast, I'm having to use Huntsville, and it's not giving me a lot to work with, but I can tell there's something going on there.
Yeah, it's about to cross Old Lee Highway right there.
Yeah, it's got some pretty good hail on it, too. It looks like it's going towards Smithsonian, kind of the northeast. That's going to be slightly, looks like kind of toward Florence, maybe in between Cloverdale and Florence. And Smithsonian, sorry about that.
I'm looking at the spectrum coming into it. It's looking pretty intense as well for that storm on the south of Cherokee.
Yeah, indeed it does. So there is still a tornado warning out. Let me get that information up really quick. I'm kind of zoned out tracking this thing. Tornado warning remains in effect until 10:15 Central Daylight Time for Central Lauderdale and Western Colbert counties. At 9:49, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Cherokee, or 9 miles northeast of Tashomingo State Park. Moving northeast to 45 miles per hour. Tornado, a quarter-sized hail with that. Areas impacted would be Red Rock, Malone, Posey Loop, Minot, Pride Landing, Threet, Mount Hester, Margarum, Islesboro, and Maud. That's moving on off to the northeast. And we have got reports of funnel clouds with it, even though I'm not seeing that noted by the Weather Service in the chat information there. But EMA, from what I've heard, Lawrence County, they're saying that there was a funnel cloud spotted, so... Wow, 127 viewers. Wow. Did not realize there was that many people on. Sorry about that. Well, currently we're seeing exactly that with these cells here as they're moving across. So, but yeah, there's that possibility of, when they get over Sand Mountain that they could produce tornadoes again. I mean, that's within that squall line. That's very possible. Right now, though, I'm looking at what the high res is showing, and these storms that's ahead of the main line, that's the ones that's got our attention. Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be some destructive winds on the backside with that main line, but the ones we're watching is the ones out ahead of it that are by themselves. So all these storms here have got that energy for themselves. So right here is going to be your supercell tornado threats right here. It's going to be with these cells here ahead of that line. They've got all that energy to themselves. So that's the ones we're watching, and this one should track on up into Tennessee and eventually out of our area. But right now it's in Cherokee, kind of west of Florence. So we're watching that. And, it's a possibility once we get these supercells, these storms ahead of the line, further northeast, unless we get more to develop along that line, our best chance of tornadoes is literally what we're seeing right now to the west. But there could very well be some tornadoes develop out of that squall line as it moves east. Absolutely. But, it's very possible, but we've got better odds right now with these cells that by themselves. So yeah, thankfully it looks like, there's still a good bit of rotation with that storm. Don't get me wrong, but it looks like those spotters safely made it out of that. So that's good news so far anyway. Yeah, I see Brad Arnold's on there too. Brad Arnold, man, he travels everywhere. Yeah, you see this storm spotter right here? That would be me. Way further east of it. I would be way out of the way of it. I wouldn't take my chances with that. Oh, no. What is going on here? What is going on, stream? Did you just crash? I think my